2025 marked a definitive shift. Biology is no longer a craft. It's an engineering discipline. We aren't just seeing capital deployed to find the next blockbuster drug. We're seeing it deployed to build the engines that will find them. This is the Generative Biology Stack. Today I'm analyzing three pivotal investments that map this stack: Isomorphic Labs, Quantinuum, and Lila Sciences. These are not just tools. They exemplify a new operating system for drug discovery. In this video, we outline critical implications for boards and senior executives. I'm Geis, and this is an AI Venture Watch strategic briefing. I'm going to bring out the drug discovery and development sector. Now, this sector is pivoting from a linear pipeline to a closed-loop engineering system that includes design, simulate, and build. And this is what we'll be exploring in this video. Let me show you some of the companies that are playing in this new system. There's quite a few. The complexity that you see represents the fact of how quickly this market is moving. There are three companies in particular we want to concentrate on. These are the larger nodes that are important for us to consider. So I'm going to dismiss all the other nodes, and I'm going to focus on these three companies. Let me show you some of the insights and relationships related to these companies. There's that we'll focus on, three companies. One is Isomorphic, another is Quantinuum, and the third is Lila Sciences. Let's start off by focusing on Isomorphic, and I'll be back in a minute after I clean up this visual. All right, let me tell you about Isomorphic Labs. It's a digital biology company that leverages AI to radically accelerate the drug discovery process. It utilizes technologies like Google DeepMind's AlphaFold and predicts protein structures and models biological systems to design novel molecules. Now, some insights which are important related to Isomorphic Labs. As I mentioned, it's commercializing Google DeepMind's breakthroughs for biology, but the true insight here is sovereignty. No longer content to merely partner as a software vendor with biopharma, Isomorphic is constructing its own end-to-end pipeline, and that's a shift, a decisive strategic pivot from selling the map to drilling the oil. For the industry, Isomorphic is evolving from a high-tech vendor into an existential competitor, potentially reshaping balance of power. Now, Alphabet is the main owner and still maintains majority control, but Alphabet has also spun this company out as a separate venture and has now recently, over this 2025, taken venture capital outside to support the growth of Isomorphic Labs. Okay, that's Isomorphic. We're going to now go up and take a look at Quantinuum. Let me clean up this graphic for you. All right, I brought back the Quantinuum visual. This company leverages a vertically integrated model to drive quantum performance. Now, quantum computing is becoming more and more important in drug discovery. By fusing Honeywell's hardware precision with Cambridge quantum software capabilities, the company is building a cohesive full-stack platform. This, again, was formed by a merger between Honeywell and Cambridge quantum software. But let me provide you with an insight that's important. There are a number of insights, but we'll just focus on this one. And that is de-risk. Classical computers can only approximate molecular interactions, but quantum computers have the potential to simulate them natively. That means be able to predict toxicity or binding affinity with physics-based precision before you synthesize a single gram. The strategic value is input quality. De-risking candidates at the quantum level means development is not wasting cycles on dead ends. Now, as I mentioned, Honeywell has majority control still of this company, but there are other investors which are coming to play, including NVIDIA, and also, but what I want to concentrate on is Amgen. Amgen, in particular, participated in this round and invests in Quantinuum's equity funding at a valuation of $10 billion, as we've said. Amgen's investment underscores a strategic pivot towards generative biology, merging quantum mechanics with traditional drug discovery pipelines. Classical computing, as we said, hits this complexity wall that quantum computing provides a solution to. So here we have an existing biotech company already playing with Quantinuum. It's an important company to be aware of. But let's move on to the final company that we want to discuss, and that is Lila. Let me clean up the graphic for our purposes. Or let me tell you about Lila Sciences. The company is a bet on industrialized discovery. It replaces manual wet lab work with AI-driven science factories. It automates the scientific method to produce massive, high-quality data sets for drug discovery. This infrastructure serves as what we could say is the physical ground truth engine for validating AI and quantum predictions with real-world biological execution. So an insight that relates to this, quality data. Manual processes is a bottleneck in modern biology. It's too slow and perhaps more importantly, statistically noisy. Human error introduces variability that degrades AI training. Lila industrializes the wet lab to solve this using robotics to generate high-fidelity standardized data sets. Now, I want to show you a couple things about Lila's investors. NVIDIA here, NVIDIA is again, NVIDIA participated in a Series A round of $350 million for Lila. But there's somebody else I want to show you, and that's In-Q-Tel. Now, if you're not familiar with In-Q-Tel, it is the not-for-profit strategic investor created in 1999 to serve as the VC arm of the CIA. So what we're seeing here is an interest in drug discovery and biologics that goes beyond just traditional pharma companies. It includes also security agencies. So that's Lila Sciences. All right, there are many other insights we could discuss with respect to the new system that's being developed for drug discovery. But these three companies are current archetypes of a closed loop. Isomorphic designs, Quantinuum simulates, and Lila builds. Whether these specific firms dominate or others displace them, the architecture is set. Every biopharma company exists somewhere in relation to this loop. For boards and senior leadership, the mandate is clear. Are you a customer, a partner, an investor, or a target? Algorithmic disruption demands more than a new technology. It requires a new strategic playbook. The ecosystem is forming now. The only question is where and how you will choose to play.